Okay, so more of homework 4.6, and we have a 3 secant of x, so we're going to graph that. Remember, the secant is 1 over the sine, so I'm going to graph my sine. I got a period of 3, so I'll probably, to draw this a little bit lower down here, and let's go like this. And I don't have any period change, so this is easy. So I can graph this real quick. This is going to be x. This is going to be y. I make this 3, 2, 1, -1, -2, -3. And remember, my period is going to be 2 pi. There's no period change, so half of 2 pi is pi. Pi over 2. And 3 pi. 3 pi over 2, that's 2 pi over 2, this is pi over 2. And remember, the sign is 0, 0, and I go up to 1, but this time it's 3, 0, -3, like that. So that's pretty quick. So there you go. And then again, we put our asymptotes in. So every time at 0, we have an asymptote. So we'll go like this. Because 1 over 0 is undefined. There's your asymptotes. And then in black, we have our curve there. Gosh darn, I'm always missing it. I just can't. It goes down like that, and then I run into my next problem. Sorry about that. But anyway, the black curve is what you've got. And that's kind of a rough sketch. I can make this a little bit neater. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, number 31. And again, this is going to be sine, so that's going to be nice, except my period is going to be a little different. I got another 1/2. So they like the 1/2, and remember that. So the period equals 2 pi over b, so 2 pi over 1/2, which is going to be 4 pi. So we've got the 4 pi again, and we've got a 1/2, so it's very similar to what we did earlier. It's going to be a little nicer with 1/2, so I think I get better asymptotes on this one. So let's draw it over here. Down there, here we go. Okay, and this is a -1, this is 1, y, x, and again we'll make this 4 pi. So label this right, so this would be 2 pi, this would be pi, and if you have trouble splitting these up, you can use a ruler. 3 pi. And again, my reference function is going to be this one, so this is just going to be 1/2, so I start at 0. There's no shift, so that's alright, so I'm going to start at 0. And instead of going up to 1, I go 1/2. And that'd be my first subdivision. Now remember, in order to find the subdivisions, we just take 4 pi and divide that by 4, which equals pi over 4. I'm sorry, which equals pi. Excuse me. So each of those is pi. So I go up, back to 0, down, back to 0. Now remember, that's 1/2, so that's where we're going here. This is 1/2 and -1/2. And then we've got our curve there. So there we go. Then we put our asymptotes in every time we see a 0. It's nice. So some of my students put the asymptotes in color. That's nice because they're kind of special markers. So it's good to see those in color. And I think we'll get a little bit better one here. So this is your actual graph that you want. Just got to hug those asymptotes and then come back down like this. A nice parabolically shaped type curve. Something like that. And this one down here is like this. And that gives you kind of an idea. Oops, let me move this up there. Okay, so that's 31. And as long as you have your scale marked, you're okay. It's always 0. Okay, and there's your y-axis, your x-axis, your asymptotes, your basic function, and then your actual function. This is your kind of like the parent function or your reference function. Okay? Hope that's okay, and I hope that helps.